Lyle Tuttle always says that, and I believe this to be true, that tattooing is the highest achievement a human being can aspire to be a tattoo artist. I think we have a higher responsibility. Tattooing encompasses all other arts. Everything feeds into it. I mean, in order to be a great tattoo artist, first of all, you should know how to draw and have some knowledge of art. And some people spend a lifetime just learning that whole discipline of hue, density, composition, value. And then we take that and we couple it with chemistry, we couple it with metallurgy, we couple it with electromagnetic principles, we couple it with healing principles, we couple it with anatomy, physiology, biology, microbiology, psychology, mythology. All of these things come together, so we really become these people who know quite a bit about a lot of things. There was a lot of resistance against women in the business in the early days because it was military driven, and these sailors would get off a ship and they hadn't been near a woman for maybe 6 months. And it didn't matter if she looked like their grandmother, their mother, their wife, or their girlfriend, or the woman they wanted to know. It didn't really matter. As long as she was sitting there and there was a female presence, they would rather get that tattoo from her because, first of all, she was more nurturing, she was more empathetic, and it was a novelty as well. And men were threatened by that because they couldn't compete on that level. In that day, women in tattoo shops were really not thought of as being good women. They were either prostitutes or hustlers or somebody's girlfriend, or they could dress in a go-go outfit and sell tattoos, but they were not allowed to tattoo. In the shop, I didn't want to accentuate my femininity. I didn't wear makeup. I didn't wear alluring clothes. I showed no cleavage, no legs, because I dressed down, t-shirts and jeans, working outfit, just what I saw Jerry wear, because I did not ever want anyone to be confused as to what I was selling. When I worked with Sailor Jerry, I became very close to him due to the fact that I actually spent 3 weeks with him working and became very close to him, and he trusted me and liked me. So I knew from the very beginning that this was a very important man in the history of the world, not only just tattooing, but just he was a giant. And so my moments with Jerry and everything that I have from Jerry is they're touchstones to something very real. I mean, he didn't let very many people ever get close to him or work with him. Only 3 people really, and I was one of them. And he hated women tattoo artists. Why he liked me, I don't know. And he didn't like young people, and so I was 26. Oh, absolutely. I had to learn to piece standing up. Jack Rudy told me if I was going to be one of the boys in his shop, I was going to be one of the boys. So I learned to piece standing up. It's a little trick that comes in handy every once in a while. I was thrown up against walls and threatened. I was told that if I didn't tattoo as strongly as a man, as well as a man, I would lose my thumbs. There were no females that I could talk to when I started. There were no females. When the hippies came along and everything started opening up, women started getting more tattoos. Not that women should be like men, but women shouldn't be like doormats either. We shouldn't be put in our place. Our place is right alongside a man, not in front of him or behind him. I think now it's kind of changing everything. There's more women in the business. Men are beginning to see that maybe the service is really what's going to get people in the chair. It's going to keep people in the chair, and it's going to bring people back. And I know that to be true. People think I'm going to tattoo more gently than a man because I'm a woman. You can't do that. That's not the case. I mean, there's effective tattooing and non-effective tattooing. If you tattoo too harshly or too gently, it's not going to work. You have to be in the zone, the right place at the right time. You have to do it the right way. When I pick up that little machine, that's it. Whether I'm signing a name, I'm doing a name, I'm doing a Japanese kanji, I'm doing an old school photorealism, tribal. I love it all. I mean, and each discipline has its own unique requirements. So I've been very lucky that I've been able to learn with the best from all of those disciplines. Sailor Jerry from old school, Jack Rudy from single needle, Freddie Negrete from single needle, Ed Hardy in Japanese, Bob Sorrell. I mean, these are my teachers. I've had a really strong resume. That's why they're addictive. When people get a tattoo, it opens up a certain aspect of their personality that they may or may not have had a communication with before. And then by putting it on them, they're able to look at their bodies, remember where they've been, remember who they are, and say, this is me. Lyle also says something I just think is fabulous, and I believe this. He says, at the end of the day, I can go home, and my wife could have left me, my dog could have died, the stock market could have crashed, my house could have burned down, someone could have stolen my car. But when I take my shirt off and I look at my tattoos, I know exactly who I am. And that's something you can't put a price on.